Hey, friends, GM.
GM.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Got Roxiano in the audience. Get you up here. There you go. Got you guys up here. Good.
GM.
GM, good morning.
Hello, GM.
Really nice video, Roxiano. Covering all the. I watched it last night, covering all the aspects of proposals, sunsetting friends. I got a little bit worried at first because it said "Goodbye, Friends." The video's title was "Goodbye, Friends,"
Yeah.
and so I thought you were.
Clickbait.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
you were rage quitting, but you're not, so that's good.
Uh, it was
Going hard
actually
on that clickbait. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta drop the link to that video. Is that already in the chat in the weekly hangout? Good
I'll
morning,
drop
everybody.
it. Give me a sec.
Yep.
Paul, how's everybody doing?
GM, everyone.
Oh, you guys are gonna give me vertigo in the Gotchiverse with all the spinning and swapping of outfits. It's like a dressing room. I love it. Somebody compared it to Superman. I think it was Zombie Shepherd that everyone when they were spinning, they were
Yeah.
Supermaning out of their outfits.
Yeah, we were all
Dope.
we were all switching between pirates and pajamas last night.
And bikers. Yeah.
I've turned about 6 to you guys so far, I think. It's a fun game, actually.
All right. I'm logging into the Gotchiverse right now. I haven't got to do my spin move yet.
Yeah, we pushed quite a few little changes you guys might have seen in the change log. We'll go over those in a few minutes here once more people join the chat. A lot of good stuff to share this week.
Are we all
Shit.
meeting at the Web3 school? I see Coder Dan is here.
Yeah, got the gang.
Nice.
Need a little spin sound.
Yeah.
And you can do emotes while you spin too.
My Callium, I'll bring you up right now. Just give me 1 second.
I barely recognized my own Gotchi. It got a haircut for the Chainlink podcast we did this week.
Oh yeah, are you on Parcel yet?
Sorry, what was that? You're talking to me?
Yeah. Who's got the mic on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm heading in right now. Logging in.
What's Chainlink V2 gonna look like?
Chainlink V2?
Yeah, was that one of the topics you guys discussed, or?
No, I was so one thing we'll drop here if as people come in, go to I wish the video was like accessible to anybody, but at the same time this is kind of cool. We get to raid the Chainlink Tech Talks kind of they don't have a paywall, but they want your email or something and what company you're from. So we can all just say we're from Avagachi DAO and then you get access to the video. So tell them Avagachi DAO sent you. Let me drop
Gravy's got the bootleg copy too now, so he should be good there. Has anyone found the what's the hot button now for the bubble chat? Is that one of the
Yeah, so it's right now it is so before it was just B, but obviously that causes issues. We've been wanting to change it for a while. So now it is for Mac it is Command Option B, and you can just toggle it on and off. And then for Windows, it's the whatever the equivalent is. I think it's like Alt Control B. We got it somewhere. Let me find it. But if someone has Windows, you can try it. Basically, there's two. It's B plus 2 command buttons. It's not Alt F4. It's so there's 2 commands and then B.
In terms of that Chainlink talk we were just talking about, yes, we talked about basically probably the best overview walkthrough of the Gotchiverse so far. Coder Dan kind of had the screen share going from the get-go, the first 5 minutes, and took these Chainlink guys kind of tour de force through the Gotchiverse. So highly recommended watching, and it's a great one to share with people too. The bootleg's good for sharing. This one's good. You got to rate them so that Chainlink recognizes, because they see the stats, right? So just kind of a nice flex if you guys want to hop in and let them know we're here. Yeah, there it is, Gravy. Nice. But yeah, we didn't really talk about the Chainlink side of things. They were more interested in, it was really us going through how we're using Chainlink.
I like
Did
how
you
it's
see
used in
yesterday
everything.
that GMI Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask Jesse and Dan, did you see that yesterday on the GMI call? Hefe interviewed Yield Guild, and they actually cracked open their partner parcel. So we got to see that happen live, which was really fun.
Yeah, I was super curious how it went. Like, did they actually get an above average, or did they even know what they're like? I think for a partner parcel, we don't even have that published, like what a decent role would be. So how'd they do
Yeah,
it?
the averages were in the docs.
Yeah, the averages were
We
in the
pulled up
docs.
The averages, yeah.
Yeah, so we looked up the averages in the docs, and then that gave us a baseline, and they actually didn't get wrecked, which is good. They kind of rolled kind of average across the board. Everything, they're a little bit high on the FUD, pretty much bang on the FOMO. Alpha a little bit lower, and Keck again, pretty much right on the average. So they didn't get wrecked, which is good.
Yeah, that's what I was like, man. I hope they don't just have a terrible time. So that's good.
They were happy with their roll. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought a lot of people into the GMI server. It like pushed our voice chat channel to its limit, I think.
Yeah, I'd say aside from Gotchi Gang, I can now say YGG also rolls very deep with their presence.
Oh, did they really show up?
Yeah, they had all their game ambassadors there from other games to come watch and listen to us talk about what Avagachi is and what we're doing over here. So it was a good kind of cross-pollination opportunity to kind of let everybody know all these guys they're game leads for other games, GameFi games in crypto, and they hear about Avagachi, but they don't often get to hear from us, from the source. So it was kind of nice to interact with them.
How is everybody's pickup experience going right now? I only tried to pick up a little bit, but my Gotchi is skating all over the place. So I feel like this is gonna, if there are bots, this has to make it a lot harder for them to like, kind of figure things out, because they have to figure out
my Alchemica is invisible. I noticed Gotchi's running around on John Gotchi's school like crazy, and just did the same, and have now recognized that I am picking up Alchemica without seeing it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
We'll definitely.
I got off the
Absolutely.
parcel and started seeing it other places, but not there.
FYI, I'm channeling like 40 lands, and I have to get through them quickly so that they're ready for the reset. So I'm leaving a wave of Alchemica behind me. I'm not gonna stop and pick up any of it until like later. So if you're paying attention, there's going to be a lot of stuff all over the place.
The wild days of 360. It's not staying invisible. I am seeing a large batch of the FUD and the FOMO now visible, but nothing else. Intriguing morning.
Don't know if
just emptied my
Gotchi
reservoirs.
Mark is saying if you reload, it should show up.
Like log out of the
Okay.
burst, log back in.
I guess so. That's well, we're gonna try to look into what happened.
I got there's a bunch of errors I got here. Let's put that in.
Yeah, if you have any errors, that'd be useful.
I don't know if this helps, but I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
Coder Dan, I had a question about the NFT displays. I don't know, there was like some document or a picture that was being floated around in the Discord yesterday that kind of showed the recipes, which I think are not accurate, but also that there are different levels. Is that confirmed that the NFT displays will go up to like different levels? And then what do those levels confer to us if we upgrade?
No, they're all gonna be level 1. That's probably like a very old picture from the recipe book where it says unconfirmed above it.
Okay.
So there's
like,
no different levels.
So will I be able to put more than one display on a parcel? Like, because I have my District 27 parcels, and I'm thinking more and more. I've thought about it. I'm like, that's where I want to put my that's going to be the place to show everybody. But I want to see if I can fit more than one on a parcel, so I can kind of really take advantage.
I mean, there's going to be 4x4s and 8x8s, and those are square sizes, and then we'll also have landscape and portrait. So if you have like a reasonable, you could fit a couple, and even if you have a humble, you could fit one 8x8 or a couple like 4x4s.
So that's good, because with the humble, the 4x4 would allow us to still have an altar, correct?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but you
Okay,
don't
that's
actually need an altar to have a display. You can actually put you could put an 8x8 on a humble if you wanted, but you can't put an altar on it.
Okay, so that's good to know. The display is not tied to the tech tree.
Yep, right.
Dope, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to plot out like my like how I'm gonna put art around the Gotchiverse. So that's good to know.
The local sound effects on the Alpha Fountain, that's very quaint.
Yeah, finally got that in, and it's here to stay this time. We've been doing a ton of work on just like having localized sound in the Gotchiverse, so things sound far away, and you have like panning and stuff. So we'll be adding more sounds over the next couple weeks that all have that, so they're not all coming to you at the same volume and like at the same distance. So the fountain. Does anyone know where a fountain is? I'd love to go try one out. I'm at John's parcel right now.
John's place.
You gotta roll down the street, head east to where the road ends, and John's second parcel is there. He's got a fountain hooked up.
Got some Alchemica on the way. Nothing like picking up pennies on the way to your destination.
Are they still invisible at this point, or can you see them?
I can see some of them.
Spinning is really cool. I really like that feature because it almost puts the Gotchis in this 3D, more of a 3D sense, where you can, it's like, the way you flip through all the frames of the Gotchi, the side view, the back, and the front, makes it look just like a cohesive thing. It's not, you're not looking at each side individually. You're rotating the whole thing, so it gives more of a 3D vibe.
On-chain side views.
I will say it's perfectly timed because you have that the giveaway that you guys are doing with the 3D, essentially the travel luggage. So it's like being able to see the Gotchi spin. It makes me think of that luggage being able to spin if it has those cool little wheels where it doesn't, it can just move in any direction.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Is that going to just be a one-off, or do you see that as being like something that like merch that will be offered in the future?
So that's something that could be more, but I think the red vacationer set, that's going to be a one of one, as we tweeted there. So we have some variations, and if there's interest in the community, you guys want to actually like see those in the merch store and not just win them, we can prioritize those and do another limited edition run. But yeah, we're actually going to be tweeting out the winner of that any minute now. So stay tuned. I know who the winner is, and luckily, it's somebody I think in our Discord here, maybe even in the room right now. Not sure.
Oh, okay. I hope it's someone up here. That'd be cool. I think everybody up here would deserve that bag. So.
Absolutely.
Put it in. You're the winner.
Man, I wish.
If
I
there's
hope whoever
interest, he
wins it
says.
travels a lot. That's my only wish.
Yep.
Oh man, this fountain is lit. I finally got to the John Gotchi's fountain. So cool. Alpha
For
fountain.
those new hangout friends here. So every Saturday the party starts at John Gotchi's Web3 Parcel, and he's got one down the street, and so it's become quite the social event. It's nice to show up there and see everybody already gathering in anticipation.
Friends, real quickly, I'm just gonna drop a link. There's a video. Orium Network has a free petting bot that's out. So check it out. It works well. I use it for both my cold and hot wallet. App.orium.network. Just give it a quick view. I think it's a pretty useful tool if you're looking for a petter.
You guys, what do you think of the new controls? Is it easier or harder to pick up Alchemica? I personally feel it's easier. Takes a little bit of getting used to, though.
Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. I really do actually. I like it. I've already got used to it.
No real complaints at all.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
I like it too.
So are these physics? I guess they're not associated with your traits in any way at this moment, right? Are we thinking these are going to be associated with traits, or is this going to be a constant across all the other Gotchis?
Oh, it's up to the DAO, really. That's one of the initial traits that we had was related to this this trait here, but it's kind of up to us as a community in a game. Do we want each Gotchi to handle a little bit differently? You could, for example, have like Gotchis that are faster to accelerate, slower to decelerate. You could have all sorts of different combinations if you want, but it's kind of up to us.
My gut thinks I think it makes good sense to have some really snappy, responsive, reflexive, ninja-esque type Gotchis, average Gotchis.
I guess the broader question is also, do we want some Gotchis to have a better ability to pick up Alchemica than others? Or should Alchemica collecting be one of those things where everybody's on a level playing field? Or should there be some, like you said, Callum, should there be some ninja ones that can just sweep everything up and it just has a better skill set for that?
Well, beyond spillover, I think the implications are more important for PvP and grid battles and stuff.
Yeah, the rental market will become much more dynamic if you had that information rent. Like, you want to find a fast Gotchi. Those will probably go for a premium versus like ones that can do other things in the realm better based on their traits.
Yeah, it's a good point. I kind of like that idea, that diversity, amongst Gotchis and finding different use cases for each one is gonna be really interesting.
Hey guys, looks like we got breaking news. The winner of the one and only Red Vacationer luggage with Bugatti is live.
Ooh.
And I
Close
believe
now.
there it is. I believe that's Mr. White Ranger.
The one and only.
Oh man, congrats, friend! Happy birthday!
Seriously, it's his birthday too?
Happy
No, it was his
birthday.
birthday a couple weeks ago, but it was his birthday a couple weeks ago, so I figure this is a nice late gift for him.
There
He's
we
a
go.
mover and a shaker. He travels a bit. He'd easily be able to show this off to the world.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Glad one of
Oh,
the
that's so special.
OG Gotchi gang won it. That's awesome. Congrats, friend.
Congrats.
When existing luggage scan.
And luggage pet, a digital
This is
version of
almost
that.
like Haunt 1 comes out and everybody's like, when Haunt 2? Like, just gave away the luggage and we're all when's the next one? Come on.
Yeah, for real. Well, just let us. I mean, how many here are interested? Like when we come out with shop.avagachi, this should be part of it, right? You guys feel good about this being
Oh, yeah.
a part of the mix?
Hell yeah. My luggage is ugly. I need something that's going to catch eyes.
Yeah.
Well, compared to what other choices, Jesse?
Sure, sure. Well, some of you are the obvious, right? Like I see Win hoodie. There'll definitely be a hoodie in the mix and stuff. I like, taking the time to source some of these more zany type of items.
When Avagachi Rolex collab, I want my Submariner. I want that.
Oh man, oh man. You know, I was actually looking at these. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Tag Heuer. They
Yeah,
have like
Tag
a
Heuer.
NFT
Yeah.
display. I'm like, man, that'd be kind of nice. Just have an Avagachi rolling with me all the time on my wrist. But
Oh.
I don't know. Could be a bad idea too. But yeah, maybe we come back with Blue Vacationer as not quite a 101. But yeah, lucky White Ranger. Congratulations. Super jealous. Yeah, you can do it with an Apple Watch too, I'm sure. That makes sense. Any smartwatch, right? I'm sure there's like some sort of app or maybe a workaround to put your NFTs there.
Yeah. Ooh, my Callum, I see you posted that Gotchi Goodies hoodie. That's who's the one who was working on that? Someone was. Do we know who was behind that? Those.
Yeah, it's the infamous Leonardo da Gotchi.
Oh, I don't know Leonardo da Gotchi. Well, tell him to hit us up. Maybe some of your guys' designs could make it into the collection, the official collection too. That could be pretty cool. Oh, White Ranger, you showing up? You already got a lot of goodies already.
He already
No
got
wonder.
he already got his bag tags there. It's awesome.
Yeah. He's good to go.
Imagine showing TSA that. Flip it on the back side, has all your
Mhm.
luggage information on it.
Avagachi
Yeah, I feel like
book.
it will be impossible to lose that bag at the airport. Like it's the only one that's going to roll by.
Like, sir, this is a one of one. There are no other bags like this. I guarantee you this.
You need to get like a skin for the luggage though, so that when you go to the cold weather, it's dressed up a little bit better.
Uh-oh. Kododan, I should know who this is. Drawing a blank. Artours.link.
I don't know. He's just responding. How can I join?
Well, shoot. He's hanging out on Lens. He's going to find out real quick. Has Avagachi trended on Lens yet? I feel like every day that would be a thing.
Not yet. There's a core that's pushing really hard, but 50s turn into tricky. We need the whole gang strength.
Pete Stevo has a good question. Where's the waifu pillow? That's actually what we need. Our first merch item is a waifu pillow.
Would you guys ever consider running one of these kind of giveaways or contests exclusively only on Lens, like as a promo to kind of get more people involved on Lens, and then also I guess more Lens peeps into Gotcha Gang potentially?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I don't see why not.
Yeah, it could be merch or any other kind of prize. Give away some ghost.
Yeah, I remember my Callium last week was mentioning, I believe it was Big Rob. He did a collect feature where if you collected it, if you were the one person to get the collect, you got the physical. So it could be something cool like that, where you have like a limited collection piece of art that it comes from fake Gotchis, say, like pre-launch of fake Gotchis, that people can collect them for a chance to win something, or some scheme of sort of a giveaway.
Or what if the fake Gotchi card is your key card to access a special minigame made for those collectors? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, they could theoretically do that. They could say if you have this specific piece, you can join my mini game.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I like token gating when it's done like something like that could be pretty cool. It's a value add. Token gating when it's just like friction for friction's sake is like if you're trying to grow users, then sometimes token gating doesn't make sense. But that would be pretty cool. It's like, whoa, I got this, and instead of just airdropping a reward to your collectors, it's actually like we made this experience, and because you are one of our collectors, you get to have access to it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're gifting you an experience instead of giving you a physical or something. You got this special access to this game, and I don't know how that would scale. Maybe there'd have to be some sort of way to scale that, but you know, you get 200 players in a game. That's gonna be still, you know, that's a decent player base for a small indie mini game.
So anyone who doesn't see the spillover needs to just try refreshing. Is that basically it? There was like some people seem to have issues, whereas it looks like Tommy Gotchi is not having that issue.
He gets all the Alchemica.
If you refresh, you'll see it, but we do have the team looking into what is causing this issue because it didn't happen last week.
Did
Mike
you see
Callion, that book that fire? Oh, that's the piece. That's the Wagner piece, right?
That's the piece I thought I won the auction on.
Yeah, sorry, friend. I mean, I'm probably, if you guys allow me to put that in my NFT display, it's gonna go into Pixel Craft Square. That and the Bin Laden piece, the Gravy piece, because I got his TV head piece also. I was surprised nobody bid it on that. I won it with a low bid of 30 drop tickets. But yeah, like I want to put all those pieces on my Pixel Craft Square plots or my D1 spot.
See, you
come by
like
and
that.
visit.
You would like that controller, actually, that Leonardo da Goggi did. If you look at that controller for the piece that you won, that would be a pretty cool controller, actually, if Avagacci made that.
The cassettes are also fire. I see those. The low kinship cassette, that looks dope as hell. Yeah, Dr. Wagner, you're now definitely a Gotchi artist. We would like to see you put out some, because I remember seeing you showed a couple of your pieces after the samurai piece, some of the Mid Journey thing. I believe it was Mid Journey you said you were using. So like definitely put out more of that stuff because it looked great. Like that AI generated art is just stunning.
What do you guys think of art in general with AI? And I mean, obviously, there's room for it here, clearly. But you guys all saw the big headline last week was some state fair. I think it was Colorado, and somebody won like first prize or whatever. Tweeted about it, and then the state fair judges were like, they didn't know it was AI though. And I think the debate is open. You know, it's like art is art, right? If the results, however you got to them, give somebody a feeling, then there's something there. Then there's something there, and it's whether you
I think
whatever.
I think Rego does a great example of explaining his work too, because he's done all of his collections so far with AI assistance. But for the 200 pieces that he released to the public, 1,000 pieces were generated that he had to manually curate and put a piece of human quality decision making into the process. And so it's not as easy as hit the button and get great art. The human still is involved.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think the art is the art in AI art is in the curation. That is the art. Because the AI is doing the art for you. You're looking at what is the most pleasing to the eye that fits in the context of what I'm trying to make. So the tool is actually your judgment. Honestly, that's where the art piece comes in, I think, because the AI is doing the work, the actual putting together for you. You're the one kind of manifesting it the way you want it to look. And so you can create shitty AI art. I've tried my hand at AI art, and I'm not very good at it. But I guess with Mid Journey, you gotta like phrase things a certain way and make it do specific things that you want it to do. Otherwise, it's not going to look how you want it to look in the end.
Yeah, lots of iterations, that kind of thing. So, no, I get it. And like Zbot said here, AI, it's just like a Photoshop effect. I pretty much agree with one little caveat, which is like, it seems to me messing around with this stuff is you can get a lot further, a lot faster with the AI assistants as opposed to like, photographers, 10 years ago when like filters started coming out and Instagram. I can see how like traditional artists may be upset because they're just like, wow, this is like super powerful stuff, but it's a brave new world. It's where we're going.
Man, horse breeders really hated when those Model Ts started rolling around.
Yeah, I said the same thing about film photography when film photography, because painting is art, and then now film photographers don't think digital photography is art, where it's really like just the machine is doing the work, but it's how you manipulate the machine. I took a crack at using a free AI art maker, and I put some of my lyrics in, and they kept bringing these ugly ass images of men, like weird memes with like fucking language on it that made no sense. So it was like, it definitely is a skill to be able to like kind of tickle the beast and get something nice out of it.
No, for sure. I mean, I was there with you bidding on Dr. Wagner's piece because I was like, I want that. I don't care how it was made. That was freaking awesome. And maybe Wagner could share some behind the scenes on that. Like, I'm curious how much effort, and things shouldn't be judged by effort. I'm pretty much on the same page with that. But yeah, he got a great result, however he came about it. That was a beautiful piece that I certainly wanted to own.
I would have been bidding you.
Every day.
Hey, Emperor.
Hey, how's it going, Jesse? I would have been bidding you up on it. I was going to buy that piece, and then I switched over to Thrax piece halfway through and started battling with Callum over there, and we just came up with a deal. But Coder Dan ended up with that one, right? The Samurai?
No, I didn't get anything.
Oh, really? You didn't get anything?
No, because I was looking in the Discord and I saw the thumbs up for everything in the channel. So I was like, okay, I don't need to go on the site because they got the thumbs up in the channel. And then like 5 minutes after the auction ended, I went on the site and because it was like really early for me. So I woke up to check it and I was like, all right, I'm good. And then I went back to sleep for a little bit and then woke up and went on the site. It was like, oh, those don't look like my bids.
Yeah, we ended that auction on the Gotchi space, and it became quite obvious that there was just too many active minds that wanted to fight for it.
Who got the Samurai, if you don't mind me asking?
I did. It will be prominently displayed in D27, assuming that I'm allowed. I believe, like, I saw some of the art summit stuff, the auction items. Some of them were in the NFT display video that you guys put out, the displays. So I wondered, like, I'm hoping that I can swing that Samurai into one of those. I've said that like 10 times. You can obviously tell how biased I am.
I mean, it's
That's
a good
pretty dope.
it's a good question, right, for you guys. How are you thinking about the Avagachi artwork that's already out there? I know there's a whole mix of it, all the way from what Bin Laden's made to one of ones to POAPs and badges people have made in guilds. Like, there's a whole swath of art that already exists.
Commission works. Yeah, it runs the gamut. I mean, initially, I think the display case's focus is on coinciding with the launch of fake Gotchis. So it's like fakes will be able to be displayed as well as all the Avagachi assets. So I don't know if it should have come across in that video, but you can display your favorite Avagachi, your favorite wearable, your godlike ticket, whatever you want to put in there that's an Avagachi asset, you'll be able to do that. Going forward, I think, there'll be DAO input, and we could expand it to, it could be used as a tool for not just like what you're talking about. We could, of course, whitelist like legacy or early, historical artworks or certain collections. But we just don't want to be picking favorites too much. And then eventually, at the same time, we could also do things like use it for growth. Like we could, approach certain communities and say, look, we're going to take the time to whitelist your smart contracts and make them compatible with the display case. And so that could be a really cool chance for like huge meetups and bringing in people with observer mode and all those things that are coming up with the art release, which I think we'll have to dive into a little bit today if we are so inclined, because I think at the XP event for round 3 of rarity farming, we covered it a bit, but maybe not everybody was there. There was some definitely alpha covered.
Drop that alpha, baby.
Let's do it.
We can repeat the alpha, right? Because I just worry some people didn't catch it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't catch it.
Yeah, go for it.
I think I remember you came in like right at the end. Maybe it was you or someone else. Somebody was like, "Wait, what'd I miss?"
Yeah.
So,
Are there gonna be rotating like NFT displays to where they like flip like on when you're driving by down the road, where you be able to see multiple different artwork?
well, so this is my thoughts on it. Is we should have like ways to display NFTs should be an entire subgenre or subcategory of like NFT displays. It's not like there's just one NFT display. That said, our energy and designs don't have what you just described just now, but I don't see why we couldn't do that someday.
Happen in the future?
Sure. Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Cool. And then will the art auctions help out, the Gotchiverse obviously, and bring in more money for rarity farming and maybe other things for allocation?
Well, this art release, which we had the social release, we had.
But the GBM, like if obviously if this art is all NFTs, that can be all funneled through there as well, right? So all of that stuff, has potential. We could have huge art auctions later on. That has huge potential to bring a lot of, money into the ecosystem, right?
Yeah, the short answer is yes. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
The way I see it is like the art release could be called social release 2.0, because once you start seeing there's 4 or 5 pieces that are all coming together at the same time besides just the display itself. And when you put them all together, what you get is like way less friction to invite your friend into the Gotchiverse for, say, an art gallery showcase or some kind of in Gotchiverse event, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be very, very social in that sense. And it does align incentives where if you, Dan, you teased this a bit. Maybe you want to talk about with that code you tweeted out about a week ago, 5 days ago. What was that all about?
Yeah, so that is an addition that we are going to be adding to the bazaar for this feature. Basically, it's the affiliate feature, and kind of the way we're envisioning that is that you can, as the owner of the NFT, you can create a listing in the bazaar that says, I'm the owner, I'm going to get 90% of the principal. The principal is basically after all the fees and royalties, whatever that are part of that NFT, that's the principal is whatever is left over. So of that principal, I want to get 90%, and I'm going to give 10% to this affiliate wallet, which could be a smart contract, could be a normal address. And so that affiliate wallet could be like a gallery that is able to then display that NFT. Initially, the gallery and the creator of the bazaar listing will need to be the same address, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to display it in the NFT display because they wouldn't own it. But at some point, we will make it so you can give access to other people, other wallets, to list NFTs, to show NFTs in your NFT display. That won't be live initially, but that will be eventually coming.
So you can show other NFTs from anywhere in the whole Polygon ecosystem?
No, what I mean is I could whitelist your address to display your NFTs in my NFT display. Because say that you have an NFT that you want to sell, and I have a really cool parcel with a lot of NFT displays. We could strike a deal that says you're going to display your NFT on my NFT display, and then as the gallery owner, I would get like whatever percentage that we agreed upon to do that.
Yeah, just like in the real world. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
is this something that eventually we'll be able to bring in any NFT and display it, like basically like the Gotchiverse Citadel could be like a real world art gallery for anybody to come in and pay to display their art, or is that not something that you guys were thinking about?
I mean, I think that's could definitely be like part of the longer vision. We do want to make sure that there's no like offensive or unsuitable content in the art, but I definitely see if we can scale the kind of the content moderation in the Gotchiverse, then I definitely think that would be a very cool use case. Which to do that, we would also need to allow those art pieces to be traded in the bazaar. 'Cause, I mean, you could do it with just like an OpenSea link, and they could buy it on OpenSea. But if we wanted to have it native in the Gotchiverse, we could also allow them to list their stuff in the bazaar too. And that would kind of open up an entire new area for the bazaar. So could be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it would be amazing, actually. And I just see how much artwork has affected the entire world for a long time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Art itself has been traded and used, and I mean, honestly, been used by the rich to manipulate and hide money. So, in the future, I think that's one way, like NFTs might be used as well, but that just brings in a lot of money, is what I'm saying.
It means it's right up your alley, huh, Emperor?
It's interesting because we keep saying we're calling it the art release, but I'm thinking maybe it might be more apt to refer to this as the culture release, because it is, like you said, like an evolution of the social aspect, the social release, but now including art, which is what's like going to generate culture and more of a build towards community. So it's very exciting. And thinking of like what you were saying about like renting your NFT display, a person like John Gotchi, this would be perfect for. He has
Yeah.
literally a party every week. If you wanted to sell something through on his parcel, it would be the perfect setup.
Yeah, pretty much. And at some point, we could probably even go to where you could have like a trustless market, kind of like the bazaar or like Gotchi lending, where you could actually say, I'm going to charge 1 ghost per hour for my NFT display, and paying that would then enable your address to be whitelisted for that specific period of time. It could get very granular. It could get very exciting, I think. But that will not be in the initial release. Initially, the person who owns the NFT will also need to be the one that is displaying in the NFT display. But I think that it could definitely be a very cool feature that we get out.
I was gonna say
So yeah, I mean,
for
really, just one last thing on that. We just the kind of the breakthrough moment was just thinking of these artists coming into the Gotchiverse, especially a lot of the headliners that we have lined up. They're probably not going to want to go through all the trouble of like getting a Gotchi or even having an observer, getting Ghost and all that building. What they want to do is they probably just want to partner with an established Gotchi gang member and have like a party with the bounce gate on that parcel. So this model will help enable that a lot. They could transfer. Initially, what they'll do is they will transfer their NFT to the gallery owner, so the parcel owner, the Gotchi gang member, and then the Gotchi gang member can create the bazaar listing for them, and they can display it in the NFT during the event. And if it sells, then the gallery owner would take like whatever percentage they have agreed upon. So that's pretty much how the flow will be for the first phase of this.
Speaking of FaZe is asking, can you change gears into the music NFT potentials? Because you were teasing about that a little bit. What are you envisioning? How that could work?
I don't know. I'm asking you guys. I haven't. I follow like Koopa Troopa, and I just saw. I've been following him a while, known him for quite a long time, and I just saw that he's starting his fund. So I do feel like NFTs, music NFTs, are going to be cool. I don't know that much about them yet. I need to do more research. So we'd love to see I mean, just hanging out at the fountain right now, I was like, it'd be cool if you could like compose music, compose loops and stuff in the Gotchiverse. You got your fountain, you got like you know, some like I like to listen to Asian kind of like relaxing, you know, Zen music. It'd be cool if you could set up your own little like little Zen park and with all these different decorations. That would be one way.
I got a friend who's been playing around with this, and he's been doing this with stem music, and so it's composable. And I guess because the audio files are lightweight, he's able to figure out how to do it on chain. So I mean, I'll talk to him about it and see, you know, if he can share kind of what he's been doing there. I haven't been paying too much attention till now, till we're about to do this. So I'll go talk to him. I know he created like a fun like free project in the summer called STEM Bits, where you'd collect these NFTs and you could like put them together to combine a new NFT, and it would have like the combined tracks, so you could like make your own like sounds, you know, like each NFT was like a different instrument kind of thing. And so yeah, I'll talk to him about that, because that'd be really cool to have that in the Gotchiverse.
It'd be crazy if you could make like having a tile or like a decoration that as you're walking by it, you kind of hear it fade in and then fade out, and you could put all those together and like have a parcel where you're kind of walking on it and it becomes a loop or a song. That'd be nuts. But what I guess that's one direction. The other direction would just be like having some sort of boombox, or you know, like some sort of way to play music. And as you get closer to your parcel, if you own that NFT, you can play that song when people come to your parcel.
That actually, me and Flame put together a proposal.
Yeah, I remember that a while ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the boombox with the cassettes. So that would be really cool, because I remember when we were talking about it, it was more for like when we were in the verse. So that kind of fell back. I would love, because I see a picture Tommy Gotchi put up. I don't know if this is possible. You guys are devs, so I'll ask you. Would it be possible, like when the SDK is available, to maybe put an installation, or like if a person designed musical notes on, like, say, part of their tiles or rugs, to create like a little piano that your Gotchi can walk across and then like cue the notes of you know, the scale.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if tiles could have sounds, like mosaic tiles as you're walking on it. That would be, you could feel the art.
And that would be the same with like the NFTs too, right? When you walk on top of it, it starts playing if it's a musical NFT.
Yeah, it could either be when you walk on it, or like with the fountain right now, when you approach it, you get near it, you can start hearing it.
I got my fountain in District 27. It's pretty dope. It's by the Keck.
Yeah,
So yeah, lots of good convo on the NFT display and the music player. I think we're not gonna be there for a little bit. It's gonna be that would not be like a release that we'll be putting out probably even this year, because we have a pretty aggressive timeline. But something to start thinking about for sure, especially as music NFTs start taking off.
Well, I will say I like that the like this conversation we had about the displays today, the potential rental of a display gives it a utility that I did not imagine before. So it's like, oh wait, there's an actual like economic benefit potentially if you have like a nice piece of land and you know, cultivate a following, that you can actually use that to your advantage. So that's really great to know.
Bro, why do you think we've been like having the golden altar and the fountain and all the cool tiles? You know, it's all about having a cool parcel. If you have a cool parcel in the game, it signals like, oh, this guy's a serious collector. So if I look at his art, I'm gonna probably value it a little bit more than a guy that's got like a humble, you know. If he's got like a super decked out spacious, that's just human, kind of how humans work. So I think it's gonna, it definitely gives more value to kind of the aesthetics of a parcel.
Yeah, 100%. Have you seen some of these crazy art pieces people have made for the tile competition? There's like, I think one of them did like a Metroid one, octopus. I've seen some crazy designs so far. Have you seen any of these, like the more prominent ones yet?
Which one, like the mosaics?
Yeah, the mosaics. There was one. Someone has done one with the harvesters and tiles to make like an octopus. Another person has done like, I think the Metroid, that, like, I forgot what the name of the guy is. And then, or the girl, and then
Samus.
just other cool pieces all around.
Octopus is so cool.
Samus, there you go.
Yeah. What is that piece? That's super cool. Does anyone know who made that?
I'm waiting for someone to do. I think Ben titled it "Thigh Gap." It was a picture that they dropped into the general chat. Yeah. Yeah, those tentacles. That thing is epic. Look at that, Johnny C321.
Yeah, just like it'd be crazy if those played sounds like Alchemica when we walk on them, the mosaics. We'll have to think about that. If you guys saw my tweet here, everyone go like and retweet that. We're still blowing up the balloons, friends. The DJ hasn't even arrived yet. We're still so early to this thing. Just got a note from the devs here. The hotfix for the Alchemica not showing up has been deployed. So if you refresh your browser, you and jump back in, you will have that fixed. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of things on combat. Someone mentioned PvP above. I would love to hear what you guys would like to see in combat and how you would like to hear it, because we do have these NFT assets, right? And it's like we got to make sure that godlikes feel like godlikes, but you obviously can't just put a godlike against the common and expect the common guy to win. So if we're doing 1v1, I can go over my thoughts a little bit, but I'd love to hear what you guys envision combat to be. What does the collective envision this kind of combat or PvP to be like?
Yeah, Gordon, you're breaking up a little bit, but I think the point got across. What do you guys think of, like, what are you excited for? What's in your vision for how this could be really, really good? Mass combat, okay. Teams of 2.
I think team combat could be interesting.
I agree.
I don't know how my martinis will affect my fighting ability.